Dr. Gold in the lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs, relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, grafing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good to see you, Laz. What's going on, dude? 40 bond coins, wow. My man's dropping mad coinage down. That's cool. Sick. Oh, what the hell's going on here? My setup. Discord.gg says, where the fuck is that from? Don't need that. One sec. Has this been that many past? Been like that past how many months? Yeah, I don't know. I remember, Laz, you were big during last summer, I think. So like a year ago, you did a lot with like the SAT competition, right, Laz? You've just been lurking. Okay, cool. Lurking's dope. I'm a fan of the lurks. Here, let me start the event here on Discord. Share my screen. Just the right screen. There we go. Cool. How's life? You're in college now, Laz? Remind me, what's going on? Always try to remember where everyone is in their life. Summer 2025 was spent being in Japan. Oh, that's cool. Nice. And now a physics TF. What does TF stand for? Tough fellow? What's a physics TF? Curious. Or TA? Are you a physics TA? Teaching fellow. Basically teaching assistant. Okay, cool. Nice. That's dope. The TA life. I had some really great TAs, honestly. Both of the classes I taught at UCLA. Morgan was my TA for my first quarter. She was a saint. Absolutely. Yeah. Morgan was great. And then I had... oh, man. I should... I don't remember his name as well because we never really met in person because it was online. Fuck, I started with a C. Colby?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Nick? Nice. Good job. You're here early. Love that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's help you with your questions so I make sure I don't I get so swamped, especially at the end of like that last stream, dude. We went 3 hours, and I still had people asking me questions, and I was like, bro, I need to go. But it was an awesome stream though. I mean, I think that's the most I've had visit on YouTube in probably 6 or 7 months. We had 6,500 people. It was nuts. Damn. YouTube is dope, by the way. I'm starting to really like YouTube for streaming. Their algorithm seems to, again, I prefer Twitch for the community because I do feel like I know people more here via like Twitch. There's more of kind of a, we all go to the same streams, we go see Dawn, we go see Zach, we go see I saw Math Spellbook today on his stream, and Famished was there, and that's so cool. It is like a very it's a much more cool community, but the exposure, is fucking garbage. Like, you get maybe 10 or 20 people watching your stream versus YouTube just like spams it on the whatever their shorts like for you page, and it has a lot more reach, I think, especially for like what we're trying to do, which is TikTok should have the best reach, honestly, because it should be the right demographic, which is like students that are taking math or science, middle school, high school classes, and like they have questions. But I don't know, I haven't really hit virality with TikTok Live. I think it's because I'm like not showing enough feet.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Or something. I don't know. I haven't cracked the TikTok Live algorithm. I don't know what it is. But YouTube Live seems...
People barely watch lives on TikTok.
Oh, do you not watch lives on TikTok? But do you watch lives on YouTube?
I uninstalled. I uninstalled TikTok.
Kroseki Rabbit Pizza says feet. Yeah. Feet pics, dude. The number one currency of the internet, just feet pics. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome to our stream. We're gonna start off doing some math and science questions. Some math here actually with Nick, to help him prepare for his test, which is tomorrow, right? Your test is tomorrow, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
3 hours.
3 hours. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's so long.
From 4 p.m. to like 7 or something.
Okay. Well, bring a bottle of water. Bring some snacks. Are you allowed to bring snacks? Like some trail mix?
You want to know something? I can't even bring water.
You can't even bring... Well, you could... Dude, I knew people that used to hide the equations like on the inside of the water bottles.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, dude. Some people really try to game the system, dude.
But it's more of I think it's because the test is in a hotel for some reason.
Is it 4 a.m. or 4 p.m.? I'm pretty sure it's 4 p.m. Right? You're not going at 4 a.m. Right?
Yeah, 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah.
And you do it on a computer for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, everything's digital these days. No one like grades anything by hand, but is what it is. Okay, cool. All right. Well, let's start off the stream, get you some help, and get you prepped to take your test tomorrow. All right. Welcome everyone to Actual Education Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. This is a stream that helps you out with math, homework, science homework.
Nice. Yeah.
All sorts of fun stuff. If you're just finding us for the first time, welcome. If you have any questions you want me to go over, there's a website, that actualdiscord.com/submit. And that's like the best way for you to get a screenshot of what you need help with, and I will go over on the stream here live. So that'll help you out. It'll also help out any other students that may have been like doing similar things. Because, believe it or not, it's a very small world after all. And so if you're doing something in class, I guarantee you someone else is doing something in class. And I guarantee you that the algorithm will find that person. Because the algorithm is like scary good at finding people. All right, let's see. Do I need to sign into this? Excuse me, what? I already have it. Wait a sec. Let me get my TikTok captchas working, and then we'll go to some questions. What's up, Zorn? Nice. I don't know why this one's not working. Sorry, one sec. Stop. Activate source. I probably need to update TikTok. Ugh. Whatever. I'll deal with it later, as long as YouTube's working. So here, welcome YouTube. Okay, cool. All right. You sent me a question you want me to go over, Nick, yeah? We did this one. The cost of appeal shit. We did all this, dude. We did all of these.
Yeah, we missed the last 2 questions.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't get them right, or like what?
No, we missed them. Just we didn't do them at all.
Oh, okay. We'll do them. That's cool. We can definitely do them. All right. Let me make sure this is streaming. Good. Yep. Yep. YouTube's working. Nice. Okay. And then it was these 2.
Pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Okie dokes. You learned that Metagrols exist? What's a Metagrol? Excuse me? Tell me what's a Metagrol? Is that like an integral but like not a Metagrol? What's up, Reki? Okay, alright, let's see. Jamal would like, dude, not being racist here, what? Jamal has to deal with court? Okay, fine. Jamal would like to petition the court to compel discovery from his adversary and former friend, Bob. Poor Bob, dude. Bob's not a good friend. He would also like to speed up the date of the trial by filing a demand for a jury trial and an RJI. What is the final cost to do so? Okay. Petition the court to compel discovery. Yeah. Is that even like a thing here?
No, that's why it's
yeah, that's
confusing.
Not even a thing. Excuse me, what? I don't. Okay. I don't know. Speed up the trial date by filing a demand for jury trial and an RJI. Okay, so we know we definitely have to do this. And then we also have to demand for jury trial. So it's at least this amount plus this amount, right? So what's that? 160? It's at least $160. Okay. Well, so it can't be this one or this one. Okay, the question is whether it's 205. Does he have to spend any more money? I'm curious if like petitioning the court to compel discovery like costs money, right? In that case, we know it has to be something more than 160, right? So I'd have to say it's D. Oh, martingales. Oh, I don't know what martingale. What, like the bird? Thanks for the follow, K57575. That's an interesting progression of numbers. Okay. So yeah, I think it has to be 205, just because petitioning the court has to cost some money. Nothing from the government is free. Like, you have to pay money for everything. So because like doing this and doing this is already $160, I guarantee you that it would have to be more than that. So I'm curious where the 45 comes from. Maybe it's this actually. Maybe do you see how this is $45? Motion. Oh, motion or cross motion. So I think a petition on the court is technically a motion. Maybe you should know that. Oh, it's a gambling method. Oh, that's
read about it.
Yeah, okay. But again, just from like common sense, you know it has to be more than 160, so that's why it's got to be 205. Okay. What is the least costly court document filing fee? Well, the least costly one I see is that note of issue, right? That's $30. Yeah. That's pretty simple. Yeah. It's just that.
Yeah.
Okay. Were those the correct answers?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
I just didn't understand how it was 205.
Yeah, I think it's just
That's
because
why
it has to be more than 160. It's just the main reason there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have any other questions yet, so we can keep working on yours if you want. What's the other ones you want to do? Did we do all the other ones or?
No. I resend you everything that we haven't gone over.
Well, but then we went over this, so you have to remind me what we haven't done. All right, here, you go find me something we haven't done. I want to look up what the martingale method is. Martingale method. Oh, this is what I see on TikTok all the time. People just double down. Yeah. Double your bet every time so you never lose. Yeah, until you run out of money. Yeah, and this is why there are table limits. right? This is why there are limits on poker tables or whatever, any sort of gambling table. They won't let you bet infinite amounts. Yeah. As long as there's a limit on earnings or bets, which is also true. It is only unbounded with wealth, bets, and time that it can be argued that it becomes a winning strategy. The impossibility of winning over the long run, given the limit of the size of the bets. Okay, cool. I guess there's a mathematical thing to it, yeah. Instead of increasing bets after wins while reducing them after a loss. Okay. Yeah, they talk about this like a hot hand, right? Or if like the table's cold, don't lose more money. Yes, if you have infinite amount of money, you can make an infinite amount of money. Fancy that. You know, it's another like infinite money glitch. This whole thing of Nvidia giving money to OpenAI, who gives money to like Oracle, which gives money back to to Nvidia. That's like an infinite money glitch. Can you do a video on static and kinetic force? You mean static and kinetic friction? Is that what you're meaning? Because I do have a video on that. I do. Yeah, I think you're talking about. Yeah, here, I'm gonna send you the link for it. I literally have one of these. Let me go find it for you real quick. How to solve for friction. There you go. This is it. This has to do with static and kinetic friction. If you want it. How do I link this to you though? Fuck. One sec. I think I can literally just go to my live and just, yeah. Can I just click on this? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna hear myself. But there you go. I don't know if you can click that video as like a link, but it's on there. You're gonna see infinite amounts of me in a second there. But yeah, if you have a specific question, I don't know how to say your name because it's a bunch of emojis. And if you want to submit a screenshot of like a question that you have in your class, I'm more than happy to go over it here live on the stream. I think that would be cool. I fixed the SSL on this, so it should say it's legit now. So yeah, just go to this website, enter your username, put this, upload. Discontinuity. Okay. Yeah, discontinuity is cool. Let me help out this question for Nick, and then Matthew, can you find me a screenshot of a question on discontinuity? Because I want to know like what level of discontinuity you don't know. Like, is it calculus discontinuity that we need to go over, or is it like algebra? Okay, here we go. Oh, we did this one, Nick. I know you've done this one. Of course, Sib. Yes, we can finish your question as well too. Yeah, we totally can. And Evoli. Evoli, actually, yeah, you're gonna be next, Evoli, because you waited so long last time and I didn't get to you. Well, I got to you like the last minute, but then you had to like go to dinner. All right, Nick, let's see this one real quick. Might have to go soon. We did do this one. Here, let me do Evoli's real quick because she missed out last time. Evoli, you want to do yours right now? Yeah. Okay, cool. What's up, Evoli?
Nothing much.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is what looks like a graph, right? And they're asking you to, I think, do a least squares regression, right? So it says plot.
Yeah, the previous plot was cut off. It was a scatter plot, but I figured I can do a scatter plot myself pretty easily. So.
Okay. So, find y prime. I think this is like the estimate of this is the equation, right? Is that what this is? The Lin-Reg equation?
I don't remember exactly. I can pull it up though. Okay.
I think they're asking for the. This is Jeff says this is a hideous way of charting. I agree. This looks god awful. Okay, and then X I assume is that this is also
they're
weird.
not reason because they want us to put it in order.
Fuck, what does this say? For per capita state debt and per cap. Okay, but what am I graphing? Am I graphing debt versus tax or tax versus debt. Do they tell you any more information there? Like which ones versus which?
That's the entire question.
Okay.
Okay. It says find R and find. Pull up.
Do you have like the scatter plot?
Right. Right. Yeah.
One sec.
Nope.
We're hearing a bunch of funny noises. Is there a cat involved?
Okay. Sorry,
Is it a cat or a dog involved?
Dog.
It's a dog. Okay. Good little pupper. Okay.
About her energy levels.
I think what we're graphing debt versus tax. Because if we want to say like what's an independent variable, what's a dependent variable, right? Independent variable is usually something you can vary. So you can usually vary the amount that you tax people because you just increase the tax rate or whatnot, right? So I'm pretty sure this is the independent. And then dependent, which is also called like the response or like it's like what happens when you change the independent. So if I change the tax, then the amount of debt I have is gonna change, right? Because I'm either taking in more money or less money from my government, so I'm either gonna have more debt or less debt. So I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I'm pretty sure this is Y, and I'm pretty sure this is X. Does that kind of fit the? I don't know. Does it sound okay? I think it sounds okay.
R is the symbol for correlation, and Y is the symbol for regression?
Yes. Y prime. Yeah, so I think Y prime is the equation they want for the scatter plot. So, for instance, let me just scatter plot this real quick for you. I'm going to show you how you do it on a TI. It's pretty cool. So you go to lists, you go to edit, and then I'm going to put the coordinates in here. So my X coordinates were the taxes. So that's going to be 473, 5201, 4161, 6665, and then 3522. Yeah. My Y coordinates are going to be L2. So that's going to be 8567. 9606. And then 10,227. 1,058. And then 7,782. Okay, cool. So then we go to stat plot. I turn this one on. What's up, Odin? Good to see you. X is an L1. Cool. Y is an L2. I heard 6-7. God damn it. Y'all with 6-7. Evoli exploding over there. Yeah. It's okay.
Right. No. You have this back in a minute. Just calm down.
Yeah, it's not Evoli.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's my dog.
Yeah, it's a dog, yeah. 6667. The people they love 6-7 for whatever reason. I don't get it. Okay. So then I think we go to plot. I think we just go to graph here. Or wait, no. Wait, sorry. One sec. Graph. But it's not gonna look oh wait, I gotta get rid of these equations. Let's get rid of this. And then you go you go zoom and then zoom stat. It's like Z stat. Yeah, zoom stat. There we go. Okay, there you go. Do you see that, Evoli? See how that's like a scatter plot?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm going to get the linear regression for this, which the way to do that is to go to stat, calculate, linreg. Okay.
I will say that I have to do this by hand. I can't do this with a calculator.
You have to do a linear regression by hand?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, the thing is, if I had a calculator that could do it, they'd probably let me use it. But since this is an online course, I do not have a calculator.
There's no way. There's no way you need the linear regression sucks by hand.
So, yeah. So if I had like a expensive calculator, then I probably could use that. I do not, so I gotta do it by hand.
Okay. All right. We can do linear regression by hand. I mean,
Well, I can probably use a calculator for the homework, which this is the homework. I just can't use it on the test, so I want to know how to do it.
Okay, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Totally valid. There are formulas, correct, Jeff? There are formulas. Yeah. Okay, so here we'll get the linear regression formulas.
They have a notes page that has the formulas and everything, and I can just reference those. They're kind of weird looking.
Oh, I know. They totally are.
Why don't I send you the one that he sent me?
Yes, send me the one that he has so that I can show you how to read it.
Give me it. Drop this.
I'll give it to you. You're fine. What's up, Famish? Good to see you this morning. I saw you on Math Spellbook's channel. Taking a sip of my coffee. I haven't had coffee actually in like a month. Nice, Ebola. Here we go. Okay. Wow. This is the way they want you to do it. Okay, fine. We can check it with the calculator later to make sure we're okay. Okay, let me put the calculator away so we can see things. Okay. Keep in mind you will be given 2 columns of data, X and Y. One of these will be independent, one of these will be dependent. From the X and Y columns, we will need to create 3 more columns, X squared, Y squared, and XY. Very cool. Okay. Alright. And then... yeah, okay. So this is the correlation coefficient, right? This tells me how well correlated the thing is. Are you allowed to use, like, Google Sheets? Can I use Excel? Or this all has to... it all literally has to be by hand. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Well, the thing is, so it's an online test, and they literally just have the thing there. So pretty much you can bring a calculator if you want. You don't even have to bring a calculator. You can just not bring a calculator.
Okay. And then what? They don't really check like what you use? I'm curious, like.
It's pretty much, it uses Lockdown, the browser.
Lockdown browser. Okay, got you. I know Lockdown. That's okay. 4161 6665. Oh, okay, 6665. Yeah, Lockdown's terrible. So for my UCLA class, I got rid of all. I made everything a take-home test, and I said it was open book because there's no way I can enforce people not like bypassing these systems. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here's Famish. He says pull out the secondary PC. Exactly. Yeah, there's so many ways to bypass these like proctoring things, and they think they're all smart. Yeah, everything can be bypassed.
Well, they have you record. They have you record as you take the test. Yeah. So they like quote unquote check your eye movements or something. No, they just have you record your webcam the entire time.
But then I've seen people like use pre-recorded webcams as a way to get past that too. This is a statistics class. It is. It's a lot of effort. Okay. All right. So we need 3 more columns, which is X squared, right? And then we need Y squared. And then we need XY. Okay, cool. One of these is like sum of squares, and then it's like some of the things in between it or something. It's pretty cool. So the X
pretty easy. So
it's easy. It's just it's fucking it's annoying. It's tedious because you have to do this squared is what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the calculator to help me so that I'm not like typing so many things in by hand. So the way I would do this,
use a calculator for squared. That's one thing we can do.
You can do that, right? Yeah, but here's the cool thing. So I can take L3 here. So this is actually really cool. Watch this. I'm just gonna show you because technology is dope. I can have L1 squared, which is my X column, and then I can have that store into L3. And then I can take L2, which is my y column, I can square that, and I can put it into L4. Where's L4? L4. Okay. And then I can take x times y, which is L1 times L2. I love your calculator. Did you code it yourself? I did. I photoshopped the skin, yeah. But no, I didn't do the emulator myself. Okay. There we go. So now here's the cool thing. If I go to my lists now, it'll have all the values there for me. So this is super cool. So now I can just write these down. So this is 223729. Sorry, let me get rid of this. We need more space for x squared.
Say.
Yeah, we're gonna need more space for y squared too. And then we'll probably need more space for xy. Okay. Yes, and you can sum a list, and I'll show you how to do that later too. Cool. All right, so I'm just gonna say this is 2.2 times the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. This is 2.23 times 10 to the 5th. This is 2.71 times 10 to the 7. I'm trying to move it over. And then this is 1.73 times 10 to the 7. 4.44 times 10 to the 7. And then this is 1.24 times 10 to the 7.
So
Okay.
the E means...
Yes, the E thing on the calculator means times 10 to the. That's what the E thing means. It's much easier than writing all those numbers in zeros. And 2 digits is probably fine for enough accuracy. So this is 7.34 times 10 to the 7. 9.23 times 10 to the 7. 1.05 times 10 to the 8. And then 1.12 times 10 to the 6. R is the measure of goodness of fit. Yeah, it's called the correlation coefficient, I think. Or is it the Pearson's correlation coefficient? I forget which one. One of them is R squared, one of them is R. 6.06 times 10 to the 7. Okay, cool. And then we need XY. So that was my column L5 here. And
I wasn't I'm most confused about is it when it says the x times or the x getting to the x to the or something.
Yeah, I'll show you. And then this is 5 times 10 to the 7. 4.26 times 10 to the 7. 7.05 times 10 to the 6. I know, this is like cruel and unusual for them to make you do a linear regression by hand.
To be fair, this is statistics 1.
Damn, it's just like busy work. Okay, cool. All right, so we got all those things, yeah. So the next thing I want to do is I want to figure out what the sums of these are, okay? So I'm going to have like another thing down here. And again, I'm going to use the calculator to speed things up, because if I did this by hand, we'd be here till you have to go get dinner. So I'm just going to add all the... I'm going to add all these numbers up, Evoli, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, the way I'm going to do that... fuck, I think it's under second list. There it is, sum. So I can tell it to do the sum of L1. So it'll add that whole column for me. And that's 222. Or whatever, 222. 20,022 technically. Okay. And then I can do the same thing. I can say, okay, cool. Instead of sum of L1, I want you to do the sum of L2 for me. And so that's 37,240. I can do the sum of L3. This is why I asked if you get to use Excel, because I could show you how to do this in Excel as well. Excel is super powerful for this type of manipulation, like just doing big data sets and doing simple operations. So that's 1.01 times 10 to the 8. And then let's sum L4. 3.32 times 10 to the 8. Okay, and then I'm going to sum L5. Okay, 1.31 times 10 to the 8. Cool? All right. So these are all the sum things for each one, okay? All right. So now we just have to replace the formula with the numbers, Evoli, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's... I gotta remember, like, which one is which. Okay. So sum xy, so that's this one. Okay. So that's 1.31 times 10 to the 8 minus the sum x times the sum y. So that's 20022 times 37240. What is n here when I'm dividing by n?
Isn't n like the amount of numbers or something?
Good. Yeah, it's the number of data points. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is 5, right? Because this is over 5. Divided by... This is some big fucking square root. Oh my, linear regression. Yes. Yes, Kent, dude. We're doing it by hand. We're doing it by hand. Because, unfortunately, Evoli has to take this test where she has to do this by hand. Okay. Oh, wait. So sum of x squared, that's this one. Okay. So here's a very important thing, Evoli. Okay. The sum of x squared is different than the sum of x squared. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did the wrong thing here. This is not this squared. It's just the sum of x squared, which is this. The sum of x squared is this squared. So 20,022 squared over 5. Big brackets there. And then this is times the sum of y squared. So that's 3.32 times 10 to the 8 minus the sum of y squared. It's like how much pause do you put between like the squaring that tells me what the parentheses is. And then that's over 5. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. There we go. Cool. Let's plug this in and see what we get. And then I'm going to show you how you can do it literally with one button to do this the other way. Okay, so this squared. Oh, yeah, y quantity squared. Yeah, that's the other way they say it. Okay. Well, first of all, does that do it to the 64th? Okay, no, it doesn't. Good. Okay, cool. So then minus 20,022 times 37240 divided by 5. Order of operations is really important here. And so then this is divided by the square root of, and then it's 1.01. E to the 8 minus 20,022 to the second divided by 5 parentheses, and then we got another one here. 3.32 e to the 8 minus 37,240 squared all over 5. Okay. What do we get? Well. I did something wrong. R can't be greater than 1. Fuck.
Fuck!
Damn it. Okay. Let's see. What went wrong? Yes. That's that minus sum of x times sum of y all over that. Okay. Sum of x squared. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Sum of y squared. Good. All over 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool. Jackson said, I convinced my teacher to put your live stream on the Promethean board. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't say such curse words then for your school. What's up, Akshay? Good to see you, dude. Okay. But that's cool. Yeah. Tell your students they can get help from me and stuff. Oh, you know why? You know why we screwed up? Oh, I see. Because I squared this. I shouldn't have squared this. My bad. Shit. Okay, so I need to do this. It's a calculator error is what I did. Which is okay. Sib says, I gotta go. It was another question. Okay, cool. Of course. Have a blessed day yourself, Sib. Thank you for coming by. Okay, then it's this thing. Cool. And then we divide by this. Excellent. Okay, this is a valid number. I'm okay with this. In my opinion, asking students to do it by hand should be an invitation to formulate a case on torture. This is torturous. Oh man, it's just not, it's not very fun.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't. Live!
Okay, so our Evoli we get is negative 0.537. Okay, cool. Okay. Do you know what that means? Like physically what that means?
It was in the notes. I think it has to do with how close the correlation is to each other, like whether it's scattered and whether it's going up or down.
Good. Yes. So because this is a negative number, this means, man, is this called an inverse relationship or a direct relationship? There's a name for this. What is it? One sec. No, I want it in stats. There's a name for this. Negative correlation. Yeah. Sorry, what's up, Evoli?
I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Well, we got the R value for you. Negative means as one thing goes up, the other thing goes down. And then if you wanted, we can do the rest of it when you get back or tomorrow or something. But
Okay.
Enjoy. I will see you tomorrow. Cool. Nice. Okay. The cool thing here is if we had literally just done this. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to. Oh, man, what's the thing? It's statistics on. Oh, I think it's diagnostics on is what you have to turn on. Sorry, one sec. Calculator. Where's like the D's? There it is. Okay. You have to do this. You have to say diagnostics on. And then now, when you go do the linreg, watch what happens. It'll get you the R squared value. Which, look at that. Cool. 0.531. Pretty close. And then the R squared was 0.282. Nice. Okay, cool. So there we go. Yeah, that's how that works. Nice. Cool. Good question. Okay. Yeah, that's a torturous thing to do linear regression by hand. As I showed, it's a lot easier if you can just use a calculator. Even more so if you could even use Excel or just some basic, table-based software to do batch operations on things, like to multiply all these numbers by all these numbers, to add up all these numbers, to add up all these numbers. It works better. Odinroot says Mogger Dr. Mogger. Yeah. Okay, Matthew. Are you still around, Matthew? You had questions about continuity, right? See if Matthew's still here. Continuity, Matthew? It's always a good test to see how long people stay around on a stream. So for instance, my Twitch viewers I know stay around for pretty long. I think the average viewership on Twitch is probably like 10-15 minutes. On YouTube, it's sometimes like 30 seconds. Why is Dr. G funnier than the rest? Why am I funnier than the rest? Tell me, Odinroot. Tell me why you think I'm funnier than the rest. Okay. Odinroot's got a good question here. 6'7". No. Okay. Here, let's go through your question, Odinroot. And then Nick, we can do one of yours. And then Zorn, what's up? You're typing too. You've been hanging around, Zorn. It's a brain rot saying. I know it's a brain rot saying. I need to put it into a meme pretty soon here. Like, what am I? Joe Crosscrabe. Oh, yeah. Are you going to go to sleep? Okay, Nick. Good luck on your exam tomorrow, Nick. I wish the best for you. Yeah, go get a good night's rest and stuff. Yeah, totally cool. Yo, was just randomly scrolling and I kind of loving the real education. You mean the actual education, right? And the vibes. Do you have any limit on what you educate, or is it mainly math-based? I do everything. I mean, we were just doing statistics. Yeah, this right here was a statistics question we were doing. And then, I don't know, this is a physics question we did yesterday. This is also physics, and I don't know, would you call this engineering maybe? I don't know. I think knowledge is infinite, and you can learn all sorts of different things, so. I always tell people, like, try. Like, just ask me, and I'll tell you pretty quickly if I can do it or not. OChem. That's kind of the upper limit of my chemistry knowledge. I can definitely do Chem 1 and Chem 2. I took OChem. I just have not taught it very much. But I can always try. Because also, it's kind of fun for me when you guys ask questions that I am not the best at teaching, because then I get better at teaching it, because I have to figure it out myself. So you could ask an OChem question for sure. Mohammedi. Oh, I like this. This is a fun one. Something about Santa. This looks like logic is what this is. One sec. Let me pull this one in. Omega Ken says knowledge can't be infinite because every piece of knowledge must be paired with an entity in the universe, and the number of entities in the universe isn't infinite. I mean, yes. I'd say like it's approximately infinite then. Is that okay? Let me fix my green screen back here. It's doing weird things. Okay. Okay, let me do this one. And then I do see this other question from you, Muhammad Deli. This looks cool. It seems like a logic question, maybe. Santa always wears either a t-shirt or a shirt. This is very cool. Yeah, we'll try this next. Let me do this real quick. Crosa says, thank you. Okay. Show the curvature of a circle with radius A is that. Okay. Vector function of the circle is this. Sure. Okay. So R of t is equal to, yeah, A, what is it? A cosine t plus, comma, A sine t. This is the way to do it in like parameterized form, or like vector or whatever. I bet Zorn, he thinks you're handsome. It is logic. That's cool. Yeah, we'll try it. Okay. Curvature. Is curvature the second derivative? Is curvature is this curvature? I gotta see. Let me think how this works. The goofy stuff. That's funny. One sec. Curvature of a vector. I look things up too. Oh no. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, curvature is this. Curvature is t prime over r prime. Uh-huh. Have you tried using Desmos? I do like Desmos. Desmos is pretty dope. The unit tangent vector. We did this before. Oh, I kind of really like this definition. Yeah, this is sick. Let me do this one. I want to see this one. I'm kind of curious by this. This is a cool definition. So yeah, it can either be, I guess this is like the unit tangent vector divided by r prime. I'm curious about this one because I see cross products and fun stuff. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so r prime of t is just the derivative of this with respect to t. So the derivative of cosine is negative sine, so you get negative a sine of t, comma a cosine of t. What do you think about people who goon to my stream? God damn it, what? I mean, it's probably better than gooning to other things, so yeah, go for it. I don't think about that because I've never thought of someone being aroused by math that much, but you know, whatever floats your boat, dude. There are worse things. And this is negative a sine of t. Okay. Yeah. This is cool because now I'm going to do a cross product. Which how does a cross product work for two-dimensional vectors? How do you do that? Sorry, what? Sorry. Can you? Oh, it's just this. Oh, that's cool. Wait, no, that's for 3D vectors. Can you do it for 2D vectors? I know you can do the angle between the two. That's annoying, because then I'd have to do the dot product to figure that out. Is that right, Zorn? You just think the z part's 0? Okay, let's try that. I agree with that. Let's do it. Okay, so that's going to be I, J, K. I'm just kidding. And that's going to be... let me pull an A out. I'm just going to pull an A out, because an A is in all of these. Well, no. No, sorry, I can't pull an A out. Sorry. I think I can pull an A squared out, right? I can pull an A squared out of this. So that's negative sine of t cosine of t 0. 6. Zorn just says 6. Okay, what does 6 mean? Negative cosine of t, negative sine of t, and then 0. 6, 7. God damn it! Not again. It got me again, dude. 6, 7, dude. You guys are gonna stop. Dude, the 6, 7s need to stop. Okay, but this is cool though, because if I do this, exactly, this will pull out nothing, right? So there's nothing in that component. Then there's also nothing in the y component because that's also 0. So you only get a z component. Very cool. Oh, that makes sense, right? If you only have things in the x and the y, the xy plane, then the cross product of those two things has to be perfectly in the z plane, the z direction. Very cool. Okay, so this becomes sine squared plus cosine squared of t. Oh wow, that's cool. Times a squared. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. So, cool. You just get a squared. That's pretty fucking rad, actually. Okay. So, this r prime of t crossed with r double prime of t is equal to a squared. And then r prime of t is gonna be equal to just a. So, for instance, magnitude of r prime of t is equal to the square root of a squared sine squared t plus a squared cosine squared t. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. Square root of a squared is a. And so then a to the third very cool. This just equals 1 over a. Nice, and we're done. Sick. That's a really cool question, Odin.
Well done.
If r prime and r double prime are parallel, the length of the cross product would be 0. Correct. Yes. Yeah, cross products require that vectors need to be 90 degrees to each other. Nice. Yeah, this was very, very cool. Good. What's the difference between magnitude and a vector? So magnitude, Zhangji, right? Is that your name? Zhangji, right? I got that right. Z? You want me to just call you Z? Magnitude is a property. Jaden, that's right. Sorry, Jaden. Okay, I remember your full name now. So magnitude is a property of a vector. So a vector is like an arrow, like this, that has some length. which a lot of times we call that like the magnitude. And then it also has an angle, right? And this is like the direction. Okay. So magnitude, which is, let's say this was a vector x, that's also written as this. This is the magnitude. Usually just involves squaring the different components of it, adding those together, and then square rooting it. The way you can kind of see that, actually here, let's pretend this is some vector z. I literally just wrote a chapter on this today. Yeah. So let's say the vector z points this way at some angle, okay? And then let's say that it's going to have components, right, in two different directions. So, for instance, you could think of this as like the x component of the z vector that points this way. Sorry, the y component, sorry. This is the y component of the z vector that points diagonally. And then this is the x component of the vector that points in this direction. So you see how like this plus this eventually gets you the whole thing? This is called decomposing a vector into components. The magnitude is the length of this thing, which you should see, right, is the same thing as kind of like the Pythagorean theorem. Do you see how this is a right triangle? Like going left to right in the x direction is always 90 degrees to going up to down in the y direction. Do you see that, Jaden? It is Pythagoras. Yeah, it totally is. It's really cool. So watch here, right? So the length of z, the length of this, magnitude of z, right, is equal to, so that squared is equal to zx squared, right? Plus zy squared. Nor says, do I have any tips for analytic geometry? I haven't taken analytic geometry. I'll let someone else in my chat answer if they have. Another just like quick thing for, because I know we got a lot of people watching right now. I'm not the only person that does this. And so if you want, I do up to around like complex analysis is the highest math I can teach. But we have some other math streamers. If you go to this website that we have linked below, submit.actualeducation, and you go to the schedule, you can see some other people that stream. And Zach here is streaming on Saturday, and he has like a big PhD. I have a PhD in physics. He has a PhD in math. And so he could probably answer a little bit more about higher level, like graduate type upper division math courses. Maria just popped in to say hi and crash out. How'd your physics exam go, Maria? How'd it go? Damn, you're on the FYP. What's up, dude? For you, man. Yeah, this is all for you. Okay, so yeah, this is Pythagoras, right? Because this squared equals this squared plus this squared. We don't talk about it. Uh-oh. My PhD took 8 years, I think. Maybe 8.5. It was also like during COVID, so there was a lot of like weird shit going on. And then here's a cool thing. So if this is z, and then this is theta, you know that, for instance, the cosine of theta, right? The cosine of this angle is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So that's zx over z. The sine of the angle is the opposite, right? Opposite to the angle over the hypotenuse. Have you seen this before, Jaden? Have you seen cosine and sine? Have you seen this before? You forgot it? Okay. Well, it's okay. As long as you tried, Maria. You know, as long as you did your best. Also, I always tell to all my students when I teach at like UCLA and stuff, I always tell them, hey, just write down something, please. Like, I can't give you partial credit for nothing. So as long as you wrote down something and it seems like it's along the right track, you're guaranteed to at least get points on your test. So that would be my like tip for test taking. Nor says, okay, thank you. In physics, look, should I always do point method when I try to solve resistance of a circuit? Depends on the circuit. Sometimes the Thevenin method is best. Sometimes you got to do KCL. Sometimes you got to do KVL. Or then there's like node mesh analysis. That's higher level stuff. But I think in physics, you kind of just stick to Kirchhoff. You don't really do much with that. Those other tricks are electrical engineering tricks that make things easier. Yeah, you can speak. It's my test anxiety. Yeah, no, I get it. Trust me, like the world is a lot of anxiety these days. Yeah, promise you. Cool. Yes. Well, come on by. We'll be streaming, Maria. I'm happy to help you. All right. What's up, Jaden? And we got another submission.
I don't understand the trigonometry.
Okay, you don't understand this part? That's okay.
Yeah.
What is it?
Kind of
Trig.
forgot.
I'll show it to you. Not trig
I done
circle.
this
Sorry.
before.
Not trig circle. Sorry. Trig triangle. Just this will save me on like. Here we go. Bingo. I'm just gonna get a picture. It's a lot easier for me to get pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jaden.
Yeah.
When we talk about triangles, right? This is an example of a right triangle, yeah? Because one of the angles is 90 degrees.
Yes.
Do we agree? We agree with that? Yeah, cool. All right. If this is the angle that you're looking at, okay, then so the hypotenuse is always the longest side. I call this like the diagonal side. It's the biggest side of a triangle. All right. The opposite is always directly opposite. Imagine if like you shot like a missile from here, like where would it hit? It would smack this side.
Oh.
That's the opposite. Okay. And then the adjacent's the other one. It's the one that's not the hypotenuse and it's not the opposite. Okay.
What if the angle is on top?
Well, the angle's here. If the angle's on top, then it switches. Okay, so that's a very good question, Jaden. So let's do that here. Yeah, write every step. Yeah, you should write every step. I agree. Well, I mean, some steps you can just kind of wave your hand. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's say, for instance, the angle was here, Jaden, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now this side would be the opposite. This side would be the adjacent. But this is always still the hypotenuse. Because it's always the longest side.
So it sometimes switches. Okay.
Yeah. It depends which angle you're looking at. And there's actually some really cool properties that come out of this.
30, 60, 90.
30, 60, 90, but there's also this. So, for instance, sine of 90 degrees. Sine of... Fuck, what is it? No, yeah, it is. Sine of 90 degrees minus x is the same thing as cosine of x. Do you want to see why that is? It's pretty cool.
Why?
Okay, watch. Okay. So, let's say that this angle here is x, okay?
Yeah.
And then if this is a triangle and this is a right triangle, what does that tell you that this angle must be? What do all the angles have to add up to?
180.
Good, they have to add up to 180, right? If this is already 90, right? Then what do these two have to add up to?
180 minus 90, 45.
180 minus 90, which is 90, right? So if this is 90,
Yeah.
then these two combined have to be 90. So this one you can write as 90 minus x for this. Yeah?
Yes.
Does that make sense? I mean, I might have jumped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another way to say this. Say this is angle y, okay? Then angle x plus angle y. And then you can say, right, plus the 90 have to equal 180, right? All these angles together.
180 minus
Good. So watch what I'm going to do. I can minus the 90.
90.
Good, good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus the x. And then, so this is going to go away. And I'm going to get that y is equal to 90 minus x. Yeah?
So it's the cost.
So watch. So watch what happens. Okay. So we agree now, right, that if this is x and then this is 90 minus x, okay,
Yeah.
for this angle. So watch what happens here. This is pretty cool. And what was the original statement I said? Okay, I said sine of, okay. So what is the sine of this angle? It's what side over what
Opposite.
side? Good, opposite.
Over adjacent.
Oh, opposite over hypotenuse, right? So in that case, it's
Oh, yeah.
this side. Let's call this side A. Let's call this side B. Let's call this side C. So the sine
Yeah.
of 90 degrees minus x is equal to the opposite, which is A, over C. let's look at what the cosine of the x angle is. What is the cosine?
Adjacent minus over hypotenuse.
It's adjacent over hypotenuse, which is also a over c. So do you see how now that sine of 90 degrees minus x is the same thing as cosine of x?
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like sine is a over opposite and hypotenuse a over c. Cosine still get the same, it's still cos.
Yes, because you're looking at the adjacent, but the adjacent side is the opposite of the other angle. Right? These are common trig identities that come up a lot. If you go wiki trig identities.
Trig identity.
Yeah, you can type it in chat. It's cool. I'll see if I can get to it. Oh, man, why are these so low resolution, dog? Can I like see something better here? There we go. These are garbage. Well, yeah, no, this works. They call them co-function identities. That's cool. Okay. So
I haven't learned
pi over 2 in degrees, this is the same thing as 90 degrees. So this is where like sine of 90 degrees minus theta equals cosine of theta. And it works for the other one. Cosine of 90 degrees minus theta is also equal to sine of theta. Good niche on the stream. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the follow, by the way.
So, what is tangent pi over 2 is cotangent one?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Tangent has to do with opposite over adjacent, and then cotangent is adjacent over opposite. They're like the reverse. They're like the inverse functions of them. Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Cool. All right. So
So
let me
it's
do.
cotangent.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's cotangent is opposite of tangent.
Yes, it's the inverse of tangent is what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, cool. Good questions. I appreciate that. That was cool. Let me move on to the Santa question. And then,
Well done.
cool.
Well done.
Crossa Krabben Pizza. What's Crossa Krabben Pizza? I will do this one after I attempt this Santa question from Mohammed. You can foil that. Yeah, I think he wants to see like how it works. Which identity? Oh, sorry, dot product. Yes, I can do dot product as well. Let me do this one first, and then Lynn's, and then I'll do dot product. I do stuff in order of. So here's what happens. People use that website. They send me screenshots, and then this is how I figure out like what question to do. So if you type in chat, I'll try to get to it, but the best way is to submit like a screenshot on one of our website on that website, and then I know it's in the queue. Otherwise, as this scales, it gets harder and harder for me to remember all the questions, especially because we're streaming on TikTok, we're streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Discord. So there's a lot of questions that all come in. My name is Krusty Krab in German.
My man.
That's fucking cool, dude. That's fucking cool. But yeah, I can also explain dot product. Just remind me after this one. Okay. Dot products are cool. I really do like dot products. I think I feel dot products are like, I have a video actually on dot products, Linz, if you want it real quick, because I can find it for you. I have it on YouTube. Maybe I think I have it. So I go to my channel, search I'm very sure I did a video on dot products. Here we go. How to understand what a dot product is.
Here's how to understand what a dot product is.
Perfect. Here we go. So here's what I'm going to recommend, Linz. If you want to like watch this video while I do this, it's a 1-minute video. I make them very short. They're literally YouTube shorts. But if you want to watch this real quick while I work on this other question, and then if you have questions about it afterwards, I can answer that. Chiquanta. Does that mean like 50? Did you go to college for maths? I went to college for physics, but physics borrows heavily upon math, so. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Cinquanta. Yeah, it depends on what language. Like Italian or Spanish. I get them confused all the time. Okay, Santa always wears either a t-shirt, a shirt, sorry, or a t-shirt, but never both at the same time. Good, don't wear 2 shirts. He never wears a jacket and a bow tie at the same time. A jacket and a bow tie at the same time. It looks too formal. If he wears a t-shirt, he always wears a jacket. Then we can conclude that if Santa wears a bow tie, he also wears a shirt. Formalize the reasoning as a Oh, I love propositional logic. Yeah, this is cool. I keep forgetting you as Italiano. Yeah, Giovanni is my full name. That's my government name. Cool. And then prove by natural deduction. Just use the proof rules. Consider the following reasoning. Santa never has a jacket and a bow tie at the same time. So when Santa is dressed, he is missing a jacket, or he is missing a bow tie, or both. Formalize the reasoning as propositional logic sequence by using variables. Then prove the sequence by natural deduction. Use only the proof rules. Well, I don't have the proof rules on page 27, but I think I can figure it out. Okay, so let's talk about the first statement here. What's the difference between a shirt and a t-shirt? Maybe a shirt means like a long sleeve shirt, Diz? No? Okay, either a shirt or a t-shirt, but never both. Okay, so this is true. And then, so has a shirt is S. So I'm going to say S, or, right? S or t-shirt. T-shirt is T. Okay, so S, fuck. So there's so many different formalisms, like syntax for how you say or. So in like computer science, we would say this. But I think in propositional logic, I think I have to say this. And then I think this is and. Even though like I would think this is and. I think this is it. I think this is or. Okay. And then there's conditional or. You guys use V. Okay, Mohammed, cool. So this looks like slut, but yeah, it's sut. Okay, fine, whatever. All right, so SVT, but never both. Okay, so he either does this or this, but he also never does both. So this would be, no, that's computer science again, sorry. It's this, right? This is like not, so it's not S and T. It is an XOR gate. Yeah, no, that's correct. He never wears a jacket and a bow tie together. Okay, so that's not jacket and bow tie. So that's not K and F, where F is bow tie. Man, why do they make bow tie B, bro? What? Why is it F? Okay. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, and then, yeah, here's where we talk about, this is the, what's it called? Like, it's if A, then B. But then there's, like, this is called a conditional. This is a conditional. Yeah. Math would be easy if they named the variables better. I agree, true. Very true. Okay, if he wears a t-shirt, then he always wears a jacket. Okay, so t-shirt is T. So T implies jacket, which is K. Cool. So that's that statement. And then we conclude. So this is like, we need to prove. I always like to say, like, this is the givens, right? These are the given logical statements that you're allowed to work with. And you have to prove that that if he wears a bow tie, so bow tie is F. So if F, then he also wears a shirt. S, and that's S. Okay, so this is what we're trying to prove. Cheat and use a truth table.
That's dope.
No, we're gonna do this the logic way. It's actually really cool. Okay. Let's see. Using natural deduction. Okay. I know that T goes to K, and then there's not K and F. So I think if I prove something with F... Wait, sorry. Like, I force F to be true, and then I also force S to be true. This is college. Yeah. Yeah. F implies S is the same thing as not F or S. Yeah, exactly. Not F or S. So I think I need to I need to use these two statements. Okay. I'm gonna start with this one. Also, how do you need your proofs? So I think I have to like state my givens first, right? So let's state the givens. So this is true, right? This is true. We may not use all these, but I'm going to anyways. And these are all... I think actually usually we put like another bar here. Is that right? Like that tells me that these things are given. Like that's perfect. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay. Not K and F. Is that a Am I allowed to use De Morgan's? By the way, let me get De Morgan's real quick. Because everything's always De Morgan's at some point. Yeah, this is what I want. But I want it in... Yeah, there you go. I want all these. Is this discrete mathematics? I think it's just logic. I think it's just a logic class. Yes, Linz, one way is to find the cosine angle and then find the magnitudes, but if it's given to you in vector form or component form, you can just multiply and add the components. What the heck is this, linear algebra? No, this is logic. Okay, this is what I'm allowed to use, right? Okay. P and T implies P and T is the same thing as P. Oh, for sure. Because both have to be true, right? P or T. Wait. That one I don't agree with. Wait. Where's just De Morgan's? Here we go. Right, okay, so not P and Q. So not S and T is the same thing as not S or not T. Okay, so not S or not T. But the only thing I have relating K here is this with F. So... Wait. No, sorry. We're trying to prove F implies S. Correct. Exactly, Linz. Oh, upside down T is false. Oh, P and... Oh, I got you. Domination law, Snicker. Okay. Okay. Let me maybe assume one of these things is true. This is called like a subproof, is what this is. Right? Like let's assume F goes into something. Just use proof by induction, trust. I don't know if proof by induction works here. Okay. Yeah, here, I'm gonna say like, let's just assume F is true. And then let's assume, okay, in order to prove that F implies S, that's the same thing as, where was it? My neck hurts. Yeah, okay, what is it? Fuck, what is this thing called? Bijecture. Yeah, sorry. That's what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. This is what I want. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is what I want. I want these. Quadratic formula, big dog. I don't think the quadratic formula works here. Here we go. This is what I want. Okay. This is what we do. We try to like work backwards. So if I'm trying to show that F goes to S, I need to show that not F or S is true. No way he got you to say neck. Is this another meme I don't know about?
That's dope.
6767. All right, so we have to show this. We have to show not F or S. And I feel like this kind of like will lead into this maybe. Okay. All right. What is this syntax? It's logic. Yeah, this is logic. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Here, let's just assume F is true. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. If F is true, then right, if F is true, then K can't be true, right? Then we have like not K, right? And so I would say, I forget how this works. It's like we're doing like a sub proof here. I think you still label it as 5, right? Yeah, here. Yeah, let's write this out. Okay, so let me put this down a little bit more. What is that? That means not. So here, let me do this. Okay, so not K and F means not K or not F. Okay, so we have not K or not F, right? And that's De Morgan's on 2. So De Morgan's on 2, right? Is that how I'm allowed to write that? Okay. So we should call Patrick. Does he know how to do this stuff? So if F is true, then not K has to be true, right? So like here we go. Assume F, and then by 6 we would then say that not K has to be true, right? Because if this is true, then this is false, which means this must be true. Okay. So then this is I don't know what you call that. What's the rule for that? I would say like it's like subtraction or something. 6. He's waiting for the 6. No, dude. Assume 0 friction. Okay. This is 4, 5. Okay. Okay. So we assume F, then that's not K. Okay. And then if you have not K, ooh, okay. This says something about T though, right? And then I think T is going to say something about S. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, this is really cool actually. Oh man. Okay, one sec. T implies K means that you have not T or K. Right? And then this is from DM2 is De Morgan's too. There it is, 767. Okay. Yeah. Not T. Well, maybe I want the and actually. Well, it's okay. Okay, here we go. One sec. Yeah, let's use De Morgan's. So this is De Morgan's on 3. which is A implies B means A has to be true. So that's T has to be true and not K. Okay, cool. So this tells me right away, right, that T must be true. And that's from, I don't know, combining this with this. 6, 7, I don't know, like elimination. Oh, 6, 7. Muhammad said, if it's not K, then there is a rule stating that it's... Yeah, so minus T or K, but it can also be T and minus K. Assumed education. I'm figuring this out the same way that you guys probably are, honestly. Okay. All right. Oh, ooh, super cool here. Wait a minute. Okay. I do know things about algebra. Wait, there's an extra negation there? Where? I De Morgan's this, right? So that's not K or not F, right? I assumed F. I assumed F to be true. If F is true, this is false, which means not K has to be true. Oh, that's cool. And then if not K is true, by De Morgan's on this, right? A or B, not A or B, not A or B is not equal to A and not B. I mean, that's what this says, though. Is this wrong? Pretty sure that's wrong. Ugh. Man, that's annoying then. What? This was written in LaTeX. How can this be wrong? Someone obviously put some time into this. All right, I'm gonna go find it for you. One sec. Again, to people who are watching me in the crowd, watching me struggle, this happens sometimes, and it's totally cool. This is a beautiful example of how I've taught logic, but like years ago, so I forget all the rules, and so I'm showing you how you would figure out the rules to do it. So A goes to B. Rules. Oh, you sent me the sheet with the rules. Thank you. Wait, sorry. Where'd you send it to me? Oh, here it is. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, looks like they might be in German or something. Gotcha, cool. Yeah, let me see it. All right. Ooh. I don't know how to read this. I don't know. I have no clue what to... I don't know what this means. This looks like hieroglyphics. Dessutom verkopen Regeln anwandas. The heck is this alien script? Yeah, I know. Yeah. This... Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. That's a lot. I don't know how to understand that. Okay. One sec. I need... Fuck. What is that? What is it called? Can 0 be considered an imaginary number? I don't think so. Swedish. One second. Let me just get these. Okay, rules of inference. Yeah. Yeah, wait. It's implication rules? Pi equals E equals 3. What are you, an engineer? There we go. This is what I want. Okay. From dummies.com. So we think this might be wrong, actually. Okay. I swear we're going to get this. All right. Okay. I'll be okay with this. So assume F. If F goes to S, then it's not K. Okay, here we go. What's this? If we assume F, then it's not F, or it is S. Right? Because F, no, assume. No, sorry. It's not T or K, sorry. Not T or K. Okay. And that was from 3. That was 5 going into 3. Right? Not T or K. And then we know it has to be T and not K. So I need the negation here. And I wanted to De Morgan this. 1 sec. Yeah. Okay. And if F is true, wait. If F is true, then that means not K has to be true. Right. And then this is 4 and 5. Okay, and then here, let me do the De Morgans of this, right? So something or something is the same thing as yes T wait. Okay, wait. It's not K, so it's this or K. But not K is true. Okay, so then it must be not T by 6 and 7. If you negate 6, you get T and minus K. Well, I already have this, right? I assume F. And if F is true, then I have not T. Right? Which, oh, this is very cool. Look at this. Okay. Assume F. I'm good, right? Yeah, not T. Okay, now watch this. By 9, I know that it's either S or T. And that's just... because both of these things are true, I can just take one of these, right? So, I don't know, like... whatever, like... Reduce 1. Oh, and this is so cool. Look. And if it's not T... then it must be S. Right? And that's from 8 and 9. So, bingo, F implies S.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, that's cool, dude. I did it.
Well done.
Zero can't be imaginary because I have exactly 0 females hitting my phone. It's okay, dude. I also have the same struggles, Oren. I can't get girls to accept a free dinner from me. It's hard. It's a rough world these days. Nice. What subjects is this? Because my symbols seem familiar. I believe this is a logic class maybe that Mohammed was taking. He's from Sweden. From Sweden. Yes, Crows and Crab. I can do yours. I think it's like a deduction logic class is what he was taking. But yeah, some of your solutions. Wow, this is his solution? Brother. My brother in Christ, dude. This is... You probably did it more completely, honestly, is what you did. Am I a professor? Yeah, I teach physics. Wow, look at this proof. This is beautiful. You did the same thing though, right? You assumed F, and then K. Well, I don't know exactly what's happening here, but I was happy that you got here. I think I have to brush up on like how logic works with this, but because I know this is sloppy the way I'm doing it here. It's not 100% like the right format, but logic is, you just need like the train of thought to get it to work. Yeah, very cool. I like that, Muhammad. I'm gonna move on. I would do the second part of your question, but I want to make sure that we have time for everybody. And also, I gotta bail. Sorry, fuck. When do I gotta go? I gotta bail in 30 minutes. So, yeah, very cool question though. All right, let's see. This one comes from Krosa Krabben and Pizza. Please do differential analysis for fluid mechanics. Bro, you're trying to hurt me, dog? Don't hurt me, please. Okay. All right, so 2 plus 3i all over. These are some nasty ass numbers, dude. What? 134 over 13 minus 201 over 13i. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate the logic question. I haven't done logic in forever. That was cool. It's a very cool reintroduction to it. I had to remember. Okay. Multiplied. Yeah, so anytime you have I here on the bottom, you want to multiply by the conjugate. So you're going to multiply this. The conjugate means you just take this but flip it. So it's 134 over 13 plus 201 over 13i. But whatever you do to the bottom, you have to also do the top. Fair is fair. So let's do that. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, they're multiplied. Oh, my bad. My bad. Okay, sorry. So are you saying this? Okay. Yeah, I think you just foiled this. No? And it's just a little foilsy? Little foilsy? So you do like this times this, this times this, this times this, this times this. So what? 268 over 13 minus 402 over 13i. That's going into that. And then you have this one. So plus, God knows what 3 times 134 is. Is that 402? 402 over 13. And then this is I. I think so. Right? 390. Yeah. 402. And then minus 603 over 13. But then this is I times I. So this is I squared. But I squared is -1. You can send me whatever to solve. Yeah, I'll do it. So this is plus. There's a website down there. That website down there. actualdiscord.com/submit. Go send it. I'll do it. It's suspicious because those terms cancel. That is pretty cool, actually. Oh, fuck, they do. Dang. That's cool. Yeah, this goes away. Okay, so then we're just left with this. Wow. So yeah, 2 imaginary numbers ended up getting you a real number. That's totally possible. How is that possible? So if you have, for instance, like a plus b times, let's say like a minus b, but then there's another factor on this, okay? This right here is going to turn into a squared minus b squared times k. And so you lose the cross term. Exactly. 201 over 134 is equal to 3/2. Yeah. So this is really cool, actually, how this works. This is the same thing. If we were to pull out... sorry, what are we pulling out of this then? Sorry. Definitely a 13, right? Where else is this dude streaming? TikTok. Twitch. Can you do my math homework, bro? No. I can help you with your math homework. If you want to submit a question, I'm happy to help you do it. 68 over 13. No. I think it's 67 over 13. Yeah, watch what happens. So if I pull out 67 over 13 out of this, right? That becomes 3 minus 2i. No, sorry, 2 minus 3i. Very cool. So yeah, look what happens here. Yeah, 2 minus 3i. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. So this is the same thing as 2 plus 3i times 2 minus 3i times 67 over 13. Because you have an a plus b, a minus b situation here, these are conjugates. Anytime you have a variable times its complex conjugate, this is just going to give you the real part. You only get real parts out of this. Yeah, actually, if you want to define the real part of x, it's equal to x times x star square rooted. Or like this, or whatever. This is how you define the real part of x. Don't we have 268 plus 603? Yeah, that's totally fine. So, yeah, the key thing being here, right, is that so from this, okay, you now get, watch what you get. So this is 2 squared minus 3i squared, but I squared is minus 1, so that becomes 4 plus 9, which is equal to 13. And so then 13 times 67 over 13 should just equal 13. Is that right? Well, let's look at this. If we do this plus this, I do physics. Yeah, I have a PhD in physics. That's 871 over 13. I believe 871 over 13 is 67. Let's check. Where did the Reynolds number come from? It's a way to describe turbulence. Yeah, look at that. 63. 67. 67. You motherfucker! God damn it, 67? No! Alright, well played. Well played. Well played. Well played, Crosacrava, dude. Well played, dude. God damn it. He got me. He got me. That was an epic troll. Yes. Okay. The answer is 6-7. There you go. I said it. The answer is 6-7. Cool. Nice. Okay. Cool. That was a really fun. Did you design that question specifically to get 6-7? That's really impressive, actually. If you did, really impressive. If you hit it, because I did not see that one coming up at all. Okay, let's see. Rockstorm, are you still here? I'll do this. This looks like physics. I tried. You did a very good job. You actually okay? Here, you want to know something extra hilarious? And this is totally unplanned. I'm gonna show this to you, Mr. Crab. Watch. So watch. Do you know what page number we were on when we were doing that question? No way. Yeah, and I did not intend that at all, dude. Like, that's literally, and I clear this all the time, like sporadically, but yeah, literally page 67 is when we did that question. All right, there's some magic in this 6-7 stuff. Oh no. Yeah, no way, dude, right? That's nuts. Okay. It's all 6-7, always has been. Dude, I love that meme. The guy with the gun and staring at the earth. He's like, wait, it's always been 6-7, always has been. For those that don't know, I'll pull it up real quick. Yeah, this is one of my favorite memes. I love this meme. Wait, it's all Ohio. Divine intervention equals Matrix. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, what's up? I think this comes from Rockstorm. And then Sammy, I see yours as well. I see this one. Very cool. Okay, I'll check this one afterwards if I have time. I think I should have time. I should have time to do these two. Wow. Okay. 3 ballot boxes are connected by cords, one of each. Yeah, 3 ballot boxes. Wow, are the Democrats voting? Dude, what's going on? It's all voter fraud. By cords, one of which wraps over a pulley having negligible friction on its axle and negligible mass. The 3 masses. I wish I had questions, but I graduated. It's okay. It's never too late to learn more. Okay, that's that. When the assembly is released from rest, what is the tension in the cord connecting B and C? Cool. I like that. How far does A move in the first 0.250 seconds, assuming it does not reach the pulley? Okay, there's no friction. There's nothing. Okay, cool. Let's draw force diagrams. Okay. So we got box A here, which is 30 kilograms. And I don't really care about any of the normal force stuff because there's no friction. So this just has what we're going to call... Let me call this T1. Let me call this T2. Okay. So this has T1 pulling it to the right. Okay. Now let's look at block B. Block B is 40 kilos. It's going to have T1, this tension, trying to pull it back up, right? This thing is falling, but the thing that kind of resists it from falling is the tension in the rope pulling it the other direction. Tension in rope is always the same, but it's opposite at the different ends. Okay, so T1 pulls this one to the right, which I say is like in the clockwise direction of motion. And then T1 in this one is going to pull in the opposite direction, which is in the counterclockwise direction, which is up for here. It is just F equals MA. It is, eventually. Okay, so T1's pulling it up, but then T2, acting on block B, is pulling it down. Yeah, we're going to have to write out some equations. Okay. Then let's look at box C. So box C weighs 10 kilograms. It's going to have... Oh, and I forgot, there's also gravity. One sec. Right. This box also has M2G pulling it down. You also have the force of gravity trying to pull this thing down. The orange box is going to have T2 is now trying to pull it up. Because, again, equal opposite forces. They call these force pairs sometimes. And then this is going to have M3G pulling it down. Could we treat BC as a single box? We could, for sure. But they want to know the tension in the cord connecting B and C. So I need to figure out T2. And to do that, I need to separate them as separate boxes. If I just wanted T1, 100%. You could treat this as a single mass together and just solve for T1. Okay, so let's write out some force diagrams. So sum of forces is equal to mass times acceleration for each thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to define the overall movement of this thing to be this way, where this is positive and this is negative. Okay, so that means for here, in the x direction is positive, in the negative x direction is negative, but that corresponds to movement in the y direction for these blocks. Okay, so for this one, you're going to get that T1 is equal to mass 30 times A. Also, if the rope here is tight and not loose and there's no slack, which we assume there isn't, then the accelerations for all these things have to be the same. Okay, so here, again, since this is like positive movement, that means going down is positive. So here I'm going to say this is T2 plus M2G. I know this is weird because it's a downwards motion, but downwards motion is like forward or like positive overall motion for the whole system. And then this is minus T1 is equal to 40A. And then from here, I now get that M3G minus T2 is equal to 10A. Okay, cool. So now we have 3 equations, and I technically have 3 unknowns. I don't know T1, I don't know T2, and I don't know A. And let's see, we're looking for T2. So what I want to do is get rid of T1 in terms of another variable, which is A. So we're going to take this and we're going to plug it into here. Okay. So that gives me a new formula here, which is that T2 plus M2G minus 30A is equal to 40A. And I'm going to simplify this by moving this over real quick. And so that's going to be is equal to 70A. Now from this one, right, we have M3G minus T2 is equal to 10A. This is a very simple system of equations that I can solve, right? And if we're solving for T2, well, first of all, I could solve for A right away. And in fact, I'm going to get that right now because I do need it eventually for like how far does it move in the first 0.25 seconds. So if I wanted to get A just real quick, you can just add this to this because then the T2s cancel. Okay. And so what that would tell you is that like M2 plus M3 all times G is equal to 80A, or that A is equal to this over 80. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna leave this off to the side because this is useful for later. But if I want to cancel out the A's so that I can solve for T2, then I need this to be multiplied all by -7. The M's and the G's are known. Correct, Ash. They are. So if I multiply this by -7, okay, that's now going to give me -7 M3G minus 7 T2 is equal to 70A. And then if we add this on top of this, okay. Now, now we need to, wait, minus, sorry, this is plus, this is minus. Sorry, I fucked that up. Sorry, yeah. -7 plus 7 minus 70. Now if you add these two together, right, you have 70A plus -70A. This is 0. And now this is going to be T2 plus 7T2, so that's 8T2. And then you have plus M2G minus 7M3G. So that tells me that T2 is now equal to 7M3 minus M2 all times G all over 8. So there you go. That's how you can solve for T2. And what was it? M3 was did we not? Yeah, we didn't need M1. So M3 was equal to M3 was equal to 10, and then the other one was 40. So 70 minus 40G all over 8. So what's that? 30, so 300. I'm going to say G is just 10, whatever. 300 over 8. 150 over 4, 75 over 2, so 37.5 newtons. Yes, Abdullah, I think it's 37.5 newtons. We can check this. Let me just throw this. I can throw this in the ChatGPT real quick while we work on the next one. ChatGPT is great for checking your answers. It's not great for doing your homework. Just have it solve this. There you go. Come on. Okay, just have it solve that, and then while we do this, we can get the acceleration real quick. So M2 plus M3, so it's 40 plus 10, so it's 50. Oh, you read part A incorrect? Oh, okay, all good. So 50 times G, so it's 500. So 500 over 8 is equal to A. So divide by 4, that's 125 over 2. That's a very fast acceleration. I don't really agree with that. Sorry, what? It did, yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I go back and I check it. Okay. Well, I don't really like that A is equal to 67.5 meters per second squared. That's really fast. That tells me something's wrong. Let me double check. No, T's cancel. 80. Yeah. Wait, it's another 6-7? Oh, man. Yes, Knight. If you want to submit a screenshot, I can do it. Because there's a lot of different cases where X approaches infinity. That's called horizontal asymptotes. Which... One sec. I'm going to pull it up for you. I've also done a video on this. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Here, I'm going to send you this. So this is how to find the horizontal asymptotes using limits at infinity, and maybe this will help you out a little bit. If you send me a practice problem, I'll go do it. So try watching that, and if you send me a screenshot of a practice problem, I can do it. That's what I say. Help me help you. If you at least put in enough work and like give me a screenshot, I'll do it. Dude, ChatGPT still choking on this, dude? Excuse me? No. Now do curvilinear plane motion. Okay. Yeah. Sieben is 7 in German. I know that. Sex sieben. Oh, okay. There. Oh, now we're saying 6-7 in German. Dude, ChatGPT, chill out, dude. Why are you taking so long? Yeah, bro. Like, I think it's all the fucking, I don't know, e-dating that's happening. Like, people are choosing AI to be their personal companion partner, and this should not take this long. Jesus Christ. The nice thing is we can go back to 4.0. Let's go to 4.0. Let's just see if 4.0 can solve it faster. I bet it can. Yeah, there you go. See, look, it's already doing shit. Thank you. Great. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, sweet. There you go. Good. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, GPT-5 sucks, dude. That blows. Okay. So... Windows V for a clipboard, yeah. They got an acceleration of 3. That makes more sense. And a tension of 134. What did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. It happens sometimes. It's okay. T1 was equal to 30A. I agree with that. T2 plus M2G minus T1 is equal to 40A. So we had T2 plus M2G plus minus 30A was equal to 40A. So equal to 70A, right? Yeah, okay. And then this one was T2... So M3G minus T2 is equal to 10A. Yeah. What's wrong with this? I add those together. T2 goes away. I get M2 plus M3G is equal to 80A. Divide by 80. M2 plus M3. Oh, it's 50. Yeah. But then 50 times G is 500. 500 over 8. 250 over 4. Yeah, what? What did I do wrong? I love how this finally got to it. Yeah, what? 30A? One sec. Let's see. Did they get the same answers, though? 36.8? They got 2 different answers. Oh, my God. ChatGPT can't even agree on itself. Thought for 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Goodness. Yeah, GPT. Yeah, that's really slow, dude. That's really bad. I agree with this, right? We're cool here. Can I just, like, not do basic algebra today?
Disqualified.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't live.
I'm living doing some, like, wrong math here, apparently. right? 30, 40, 10. Yes, T1 is 30A. That goes into here. All right. This right here is 30A. Mass of B is 40. So this was 40A, right? Let's skip linear algebra today. Yeah. Oh. No. Yeah, minus 30A. Move it over, you get 70A. Equals MB. MBG plus T2. And then this is 10A, right? Equals, well, MC is the same thing as 10. Minus T2. Okay, so you add these together. This is gone, right? So I get 80A is equal to, 50G. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm losing my mind, dude. Oh, it's divided by 8. 80. Okay, this is the... Fucking fuck, dude. This is the mistake. It's not divide by 8. It's divide by 80. All right, I'm getting tired. That's because, yeah, we're reaching the 2.5 hour mark of me streaming. Okay. 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 50 over 8, which is, yeah, like 6.75. Cool. Did either of the ChatGPTs get that right? No, 6.125, sorry. Yeah. This one got it right. This one did not. So ChatGPT 4.0 got it wrong. Okay. This is intro physics is what this is. Sorry. This is 6.125. Great. Okay. So I agree with this one. And then the tension they got was 36.8. Good. We got 37.5. Close enough. GG's. Great. Nice. Good job. Yeah, no, this is like an intro physics class. It is kind of like statics. Although if something is released from rest and then is like moving, it's no longer static. It's dynamic. Thank you, Abdullah. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got this one right. I forgot a 0. It happens sometimes. Okay. Odin, you did submit one. That's cool. Let me see. Let me try to get to the people who haven't asked one yet, because I did do yours at the beginning, but if I have more time, I'll try. Let me copy this in. I'm trying to read this though. All right, let me copy this image in. Maybe it'll look better if it's here. Is this yours, Sammy? Which one do you want me to try? There's a lot of these. Pick one. Or I'll pick one. I don't want to do Riemann's. It says this has determine A such that this has a finite limit at x equals 0. I kind of like this one. Limit as x approaches 0, right? Okay, let's do this one. I want to do this one. Because I think this is a L'Hopital's rule question, no? So determine A such that the function... This has a finite limit is double L'Hopital's maybe, right? Yeah. So the limit as x approaches 0 of e to the x... This is similar to the other guy. You asked about limits at infinity. Maybe this will kind of apply a little bit. So whenever I see limit questions, I just plug in 0 right away just to see what happens. If I plug in 0 here, 0 here, this becomes e to the 0, which is 1, e to the 0, which is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. This becomes 0.
Disqualified.
So that's not good. Good to see you, Cross and Crabhead. Thank you for the laughs. And I'm sure Zorn appreciated you being here as well. You were funny. I liked it. So anytime you have 0 over 0, you can do what's called L'Hopital's rule, which means that if you take the derivative of the top and bottom, the limit will be the same as whatever the limit is of the original thing. So if I take the derivative of this, I get e to the x plus a e to the x. Derivative of 2 is just 0 over 2x. Okay. So now let's look at the limit of this as well. Okay. Well, this is 1 plus a all over 0, which isn't exactly good, right? We don't like that either. Okay, so you gotta take another derivative. MD Rose says, bro, I've been studying calculus every night and I barely got a B on my test. Well, congrats, dude. B's get degrees, baby. It's only 0 over 0 if a equals -1. I agree. So, can I take L'Hopital's again? Because technically you're only allowed to do L'Hopital's rule if it's 0 over 0. If it's indeterminate. I'm just going to do it anyways. Okay, take the derivative with respect. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ahmed. Yep, you're right. I forgot the A. The answer is 1. Well, let's see. So if I take the next derivative, I get e to the x plus a squared e to the ax over 2. And the limit as x approaches 0 of that, and this is assuming a was equal to -1, right? Because that's the only way I can get 0 over 0. I get 1... Keep going, we need more content. Yeah, thank you, dude. Yes. We're fighting the brain rot actively, dude. Fuck. Oh, but -1 squared is 1. Oh, shit, that's dope. Okay, so this becomes just 1. E to the 0 is 1. 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 over 2 is equal to 1. Yes. 1 plus 1 over 2 is 1. Yeah. Love it. Cool. That's a cool question. I appreciate that one, Sammy.
Well done! Well done!
Someone's asking me on McLaurin series. Wow, okay, great. Yeah, that was kind of fun, right? All right. I got 5 or 6 minutes to do this. And then I got to go. I have another student I have to teach. It's an 8th grade student. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be really scared of limits. Okay. Use the known series to write down the first 3 non-zeros in the Maclaurin series, Taylor series for the function that. Then use this series to evaluate the limit. Oh. Oh, yeah, simple, right? This is a fucking quotient rule. I don't want to do this. Oh, man. You sent a galaxy. Thank you, MD Row. I appreciate that. That's cool. There's a galaxy on my Twitch thing? Or 1,000 coins. Oh, wow. Wow, that's almost like... That's like actual money. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, MD Row. Fuck yeah. This is bringing back nightmares. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I can do a Taylor series in 5 minutes on this. So let me just like cheat. Holy Calc 2. Yeah. We stream 4 times a week, by the way. So even if I don't get to this one, because I do have to go teach another student, I will be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. You can always find the calendar. If you go to that website down there, there's a schedule with a Google Calendar for all the times I stream. How are you, my friend? I don't know. You probably found me at some point. It says just use a known series to write down the first 3. Okay. Can I... I know the series for e to the minus x, right?
Hello.
What's up, Ethan?
I'm doing good.
Good, dude.
What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I'm doing calculus. Just keep struggling. I think I'm struggling because I'm 34 with an old brain. Don't worry, dude. I'm 35. Believe me, the struggle is real. Yeah, perseverance is the most important thing, MD Row. Keep doing it. Appreciate you, dude. You're awesome. Your channel name is real. Actual education. Do you actually educate? I mean, did we actually educate you earlier, Sammy? I don't know. We did a lot of stuff here. Okay, e to the minus x squared. So I know the sum for e to the x is x to the n over n factorial. So e to the minus x squared. I think I can just substitute this in, no? So is that just minus x to the n? No, minus x squared. Minus x squared to the n. Thanks, man. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we help out. I mean, we've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours now, but we do lots of help for math and science stuff for a bunch of people. 1 plus x squared. Man, I feel like I know this series, though. 1 over 1 plus x squared. Is that like tangent? It's a Maclaurin series for like 1 over 1 plus x squared. That's 1 over 1 minus x. Yeah. Wait, here we go. This is the work of the devil. Okay. Okay, 1 sec. Actually, I think I have these. Here we go. Here, we're gonna use the Maclaurin pieces. Okay. Right. Okay. So I agree with this. Yeah. So e to the minus x squared you can kind of get from this one, but you're replacing it with minus x squared. So you end up getting a flip-flop, right, between the pluses and minuses here. And then for 1 plus x squared to the minus 1, I think you use this one. Use the 1 over 1 minus x is equal to 1 plus x squared. And in this case, now x is minus x squared. So, again, it flip-flops. This is an integration of differentiation. Yeah. Okay, cool. So then these divided by each other. Or, no, they're multiplied by each other, right? Because this is division, which is multiplication. Oh, very cool. So now you multiply these together. So you have to FOIL it, right? So I think this is where you do an analysis of the orders of powers, right? So this times this would be your 0th order term. Your 2nd order term would be minus 2x squared, right? Because you can do this times this, and then plus this times this. And then your x to the 4th term, you could have this times this. You could have this times this. Or you could have this times this, and this times this. Oh, very cool. So what is that? That's 1, 2, 2.5. So that's plus 5 halves x to the 4th. Okay. So yeah, these are the first 3 non-zero terms. That's cool. And that's about a equals 0. Nice. And then they say to evaluate this limit. Well, as x goes to 0, all of these terms are going to go to 0, right? But this is a L'Hopital's. This is a L'Hopital's question. This is very cool. Yeah, so watch. Notice these are all even terms, right? These are all going to be even terms. So, yeah, this ends up being, these all go away. And then this is just 1 minus 1 over 0, which is 0 over 0, not allowed. So what I do is I take the derivative, okay? That goes away. This is now 2x. The derivative of this is now going to pop out 0 and a bunch of odd terms. No. That's going to pop out 0, and then it's going to be like minus 4x plus 10x to the 3rd. Okay, still 0. I take another derivative, And I think I'm just going to get -4 over 2, so -2. Yes, and that is correct. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's fucking cool. Because look, it's the same thing ChatGPT says, and I agree with that. Nice. Wow, that's a cool question. Thank you, dude. That's pretty dope. Nice. Cool. All right, I gotta go. I gotta end the stream out, so let's close it out. All right, thank you everyone for coming to Actual Education Office Hours today. Appreciate all the questions. If I didn't get to you today, come by tomorrow. We'll be streaming an hour later, 5 o'clock Pacific. It's really cool. It's just, yeah, L'Hopital's all the time, dude. Yeah. If you're just finding us today, make sure, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that fun stuff. That helps us go up higher in the algorithm, which then means that more people who are watching Brain Rot get to actually watch educational math and science shit, which is great. That was a very cool. It was very cool, actually. I really like that one. All right. I'll be streaming tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you ever want to figure out when we stream, go to the website down there, submit.actual.education, and you can click here for our schedule. This is when we are streaming, and then also when we have other math friends that stream on Twitch primarily. Which, if you're watching us on Twitch, we're going to go raid somebody, which means we're going to go say hi to somebody else's stream. Which, who else is on right now? Physics and Depression, Tim the Tapman, Science. I like Physics and Depression. He's cool. He does physics. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.